Hello, and thank you for listening to WRYAT, New Orleans' fifth-ranked public radio station. As always, we're broadcasting live from a prefabricated Home Depot shed located off of South Carrollton by the Popeyes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new day. You might be tuning in thinking you listen to Bo Talk with me, Ronnie Damico, but it's not. It's me, Ronnie Damico, and my special guest, me, Ronnie Damico, in the first ever Ronnie Show, a.k.a. called the Ronnie Talk. Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my brother's still in jail for Googling the Punish Clown and then accidentally capsizing Chalmette. So he, bought himself 2 months. But besides the point, ladies and gentlemen, it's me. I got control of the show now. But you know what? I don't do this alone. I have with me my special guest and accountant, James Dean.
You can just call me Jimmy, and it's not Jimmy Dean or James Dean. Those are two separate things. I'm just Jimmy. But do we really have to do this right now? I'm not really used to being on air. Can we just talk about the finances?
Listen, no, we're recording live there, pal. Okay, so James or Jimmy, whatever you want to go by,
it's Jimmy.
Read from me the question in the letter, because you know what? We're not doing phone calls anymore. On the Ronnie Talk, we do it professional. Buy the book with that fancy crane paper. Mr. Dean, open up that letter and read the question inside.
Do you want me to read the letter that I brought or the one that you have shoved in front of me?
Read the letter.
Okay, let me just tear yours open here real quick. All right, it says, "Hey, Boat Talk, I'm having a problem with my boat, and I was wondering if you could fix it." I'm sorry, Ronnie. We really don't have time for this. I have things I got to get back to my family. Can we just talk about the budget?
Look, if we're moving on, then if you want to pass up the question round there, Mr. Dean, we can pass up the question round.
Oh, no. I have some questions. I do have questions.
What questions you got there, pal? All listeners want to hear on this here, the Ronnie Talk with me, Ronnie Damico.
All right, well, then I suppose I should open up the letter I brought and look over what you've been spending your money on.
Oh, that sounds great. Let's let the people know that Ronnie Damico here is a man of the people, a man with the money who's buying the stuff to make this show the best show on the radio.
Okay, well, I have receipts here for 500 wacky whaley inflatable tube men.
Hey, listen, I want everybody to know we're the best radio show in the world's being recorded here at the Shack.
All right, I suppose so, although it is neither audible to hear or can be seen over the air. All right, what about 53,000 balloons with Ronnie on them?
Hey, listen, when I was a kid, I used to find balloons all the time in the swamps area. So all I did was take all the balloons, get them all filled up, and then release them simultaneously. You remember that city that did it? And everybody was like talking about it for months? That's what I did. But instead, my balloons have my name on it, my address, and then also my personal telephone number.
But it didn't even have any information about the radio show that you're doing, what it's for, what it's supposed to be marketing.
Hey, look, when you see a Nike logo on the side of a shoe, you know that's a Nike shoe. When they see Ronnie on a balloon and then just a bunch of numbers and then an email address, they know that's the Ronnie Show.
All right, well, what about an order for 500 bottle openers? It doesn't even appear that they have a label on them.
Look, I'm not going to be gaudy, okay? I'm no Gene Simmons man, all right? I'm respectful because this is the Ronnie Talk Show, and the Ronnie Talk Show might be named after me, but it's not all about me. It's about what the customers want to hear.
I don't quite understand what you're getting at, Ronnie, but this is getting out of hand. This spending is way out of hand. The budget used to be under control. I mean, What is this here? 50 orders for a cursed clown cure? What the hell is a cursed clown cure?
Hey, Mr. Dean, you calm down and don't say that name out too loud, okay? That's what got Donnie in the big house, and that's not getting me in the big house, okay? Listen, I know a thing or two about that dude, and I'm not Googling him again, okay? So don't even say his name. Let's pretend he's that noseless freak guy in that movie about the kid wizards, okay? We don't say that dude's name.
All right, I won't ask too many questions because this has gotten way out of control as of recently. Have you been doing the budget for the show the whole time?
Oh, God, no. That's all Donnie. Like, he doesn't even let me anywhere near the money. Listen, pal, I've been to jail a couple of times for fraud and then just not paying bills. That's a Donnie job.
Okay, well, I think I have the answer that I was looking for. Just to let you know, you're only going to last a few more months with this budget.
God, I don't think that's going to happen, pal. I bought ever since we stayed making a little money, I bought a Mustang.
Wait a minute. How are you paying me right now?
Anyway, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ronnie Damico and Ronnie Damico, and this is the Ronnie Talk. See you hanging out with me, Ronnie, and my Mustang.
Seriously, how am I getting paid?
Hello, Pud drinkers. I'm Dennis Arthur Pud, owner and brewmaster of Pud Beer. I wanted to take a second during these trying times to address how Pud is handling business in the wake of coronavirus. We here at Pud can't solve this problem on our own, but we can play an important role. Our current focus is taking care of our people, making plenty of our Pud beer, and getting you absolutely hammered through these almost apocalyptic circumstances. We will do these three things regardless of what tomorrow brings. So the next time you're at the market, they might not have toilet paper, they might not have bread, but they will always have Pud. Pud beer. The virus can't live in alcohol.
As the Dow Jones goes up, the patriarchy must go down. You're listening to Woke Stocks. I'm Shandra Vittle. Today on Woke Stocks, we're going to hold a mirror up to a broken, unjust society, and the reflection will show back the top 15 real estate investment trusts you should short. But first, a review of the state of the market. The NASDAQ is up by 12 points on account of its historical ties to white privilege. Meanwhile, the Tokyo Stock Exchange is down 5 points, but you should keep stock in it until you truly appreciate what down means for Japanese culture. Now for my hot take on this.
Ow, too hot!
It's clear that while the market on the whole is strong, the S&P index continues its downward trends. Some economists are saying that this means that we might be slipping into a bear market. However, longtime listeners will know I disagree because the word bear should not be used negatively. The bear is an endangered animal native to our land that deserves rights to our nation's salmon streams. Also, being a bear means you have a gay lifestyle that celebrates body diversity. These are just a few reasons why, on this show, we take the word bear back. And instead, when the market drops, we say it's a colonizer market. So anyway, the S&P indexes are falling, which means we're entering a colonizer market. Now, some would say this could lead the way to a depression, but on this show, we know that depression is a medical condition that should in no way be associated with shame or failure. That's why when market growth slows dramatically, we call it an oppression. So anyway, we're entering a colonizer market, which could lead to an oppression. Analysts say this will be more likely if strains in food sector supply chains produce inflation. But I say that we don't use the word inflation on this show, because I think that implicitly promotes ableism. Instead, we call it price-based microaggressions. While we're at it, we'll also call volatility appropriation, yield gentrification, dividends informed consent, and crashes, trigger warnings. All of this is to say what I've been screaming since last fall. Microaggressions will promote appropriation and gentrification, negating informed consent and forcing a possible colonizer into an oppression or trigger warning when milk dumping makes cheese too expensive. Oh, and by cheese, I mean racists. Sorry if it got confusing when I misspoke just now. My recommendation to all this? Punch a Nazi, then switch to intermediate bonds for the foreseeable future. And by the way, when I say punch a Nazi, I mean punch a fascist Nazi. And that was my hot take.
Ow, too hot!
Now it's time to spill some tea on trade with some call-ins on a segment I call Meaningful Dialogue.
Meaningful dialogue.
Let's talk to our first caller. It's Don Phillips from Champaign, Illinois.
Hi, Shandra. First-time caller, long-time listener to Women's Empowering Story of Struggle. My question is, what would you recommend that I buy?
Great question, Don. Tesla's stock price dipped recently, and its fundamentals seem strong and poised to perform well over this financial year. However, owner Elon Musk has engaged in numerous illegal activities that are clearly anti-union. That's why I recommend buying stock in Scribby, the environmentally friendly, reusable diaper company.
Okay. You think that'll make me lots of money?
No! Our next caller is Pat Withrow from Middleton, Wisconsin. Hello.
Hi, Sandra. I love your show, and I love the undeniable value and dignity in every human life.
Great. What's your question, Pat?
My question is, I just turned 50. How much do you think I should put into my Roth IRA each year if I don't plan on retiring until I'm 70?
Well, Pat, the maximum you can contribute in a calendar year is $7,000 if you're over 50. But you have to remember that the Roth IRA was named after U.S. Senator William Roth, and he's canceled for voting against affirmative action, same-sex marriage, and abortion. So my advice is for you to empty your Roth IRA entirely and avoid any association with him at all before you too are canceled.
Wait, take money out? But if I do that, I'm going to get a penalty for early withdrawal.
That's correct. Good luck, Pat. Well, that's all the time we have. Thanks for listening to today's episode of Woke Stop. Join us next week when we review an initial public offering for a new company stock, Wayford Engineering. Its ticker symbol is WAY, its personal pronouns are she, her, and its Myers-Briggs letters are ISFJ. Good night.
Hi, I'm Steph Mezos, and this is a Business Minute. And I'm here with my 2 cents, and hopefully they'll help you help your business. Believe me, trust me, you want to listen. If you turn on and flip your open sign from closed to open, it lets the customers know you are open for business. This is for real. I could really use a job. Hey, are you hiring? I'm pretty good at working. If you straighten and face all your paper money in the same direction with the portraits up, it makes counting your cash easier. Seriously though, I need a job. Please help me. Consider. Coins are legal tender. The U.S. Mint it for a reason. Stupid. Look, if you have a heart that works, please consider me, okay? As your next employee, please, step me first. So be the boss you want to be in the world. And come honk at me at the corner of Earhart and South Carrollton. I gave you really helpful hints. Think of what I could do if you hire me. We're standing by the public radio, shack behind the Popeyes. It's been your Business Minute. Can I please give me 2 cents back?
Hi, I'm your neighbor Wayne from Wayne's Warehouse of Internet Wonders of Yesteryear, located at the Esplanade Mall. Have you ever wondered to yourself, hey Joe Public, I wonder whatever happened to the Internet Wonders of yesteryear, such as Beanie Babies and or fidget spinners? Well, Shy Baby, your neighbor Wayne from Wayne's Warehouse of Internet Wonders of Yesteryear has your answers. And it's here at Wayne's Warehouse of Internet Wonders of Yesteryear, located at the Esplanade Mall. Did you miss out on the limited edition Princess Diana commemorative Beanie Baby? Well, I don't have that. But what I do have is a Madonna Beanie Baby that I purchased at Richard Simmons' garage sale. Do you wish you had a Patty Platypus, one of the original 9 Beanie Babies? Well, I don't have that, but what I do have is 60 dozen crates of Freddie Prinze Jr.'s favorite brand of fidget spinner, all priced to move. So come on down to Wayne's Warehouse of Internet Wonders of Yesteryear at the Esplanade Mall, where your family used to love to shop, and see me, your neighbor Wayne, for all of your moderately priced Internet Wonders of Yesteryear needs. And Janet, if you're listening to this, I love you so much, and I love the kids. And I'm sorry. All right, I'll stop all this internet stuff. I called Frank down at the factory to ask for my job back. And he told me to go fuck myself. I don't think he meant it though. Look, Janet, I need you back. I at least need to talk to the kids. You can't keep them from me. They're my kids too! I'm sorry, Janet. I didn't mean to yell. Please call me. This is Wayne from Wayne's Warehouse of Internet Wonders of Yesteryear, located at the Esplanade Mall.
We now pause this programming for station identification and remind you that you are tuned in to WRYAT New Orleans Guerrilla Radio. Learn more about our programming online at WRYATradio.com and follow us on Instagram at WRYAT Radio. As always, you can listen to this and previous radio broadcasts on Spotify or anywhere else you download or stream podcasts. Thank you for tuning in to WRYAT New Orleans Guerrilla Radio.
Hey everyone, this is Chad Clint Davis, the owner of Sound Pound. I like to have people come by and play music, and well, Luke Garou was really a big part of that. He was the guy that was always promoting our biz up there on the WRYAT. So, now it's like, hey, the dang thing doesn't exist anymore, man. We're not getting much foot traffic. So, the sooner you guys could find Luke, the better. Businesses need to be thriving.
Hello. We here at WRYAT are looking for our beloved DJ Luke Garou. If you have any information on his whereabouts, please call 504-233-9337. That's 504-233-9337. Thank you, and come home soon, Luke.
Hello, I'm Poco Coco, and my business is business. Live from the New Orleans Central Business District comes CBD on CBD, the show where New Orleans' business leaders get together to talk trade and take hard drugs. With us today is the owner of Guidry's Wholesale Foods, Ted Guidry.
Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Ted. Thank you for coming.
Oh, absolutely. I consider it another of God's blessings that I get to be on this show.
It's entirely possible, Ted.
Hey, what was that bit about the hard drugs you just said?
Hold your horses there, Ted. We're still trying to finish our introductions, which brings us to this. Our second guest today is the proprietor of Weed World Candies. Listeners might know that brand from the green vans around the French Quarter. Please welcome Mr. Neville Adelson.
Why, hello, Governor. Time to be here, because this show is your dog's bollocks, it is.
Well, I think that's a compliment, Neville, so I'll say that's entirely possible, too. Anyway, let's start our discussion. Now, Ted, you're in the food delivery business. You ship ready-to-eat meals to those hit by natural disasters and those in homeless shelters. How did this come about?
Well, that's a really funny story, Poco. And like all my wild stories, it started when my church's pastor and I went on a mission trip to Honduras.
I'm sorry, let me interrupt you real quick. Before we start, can I offer you a mouthwash cap full of CBD oil?
I'm sorry, what?
It's the tradition on this show to down a little CBD oil to start.
CBD oil? Is that hard drugs?
Oh, heavens no. We start slow here. This is just an aperitif.
Look, Poco, I don't want to break any laws here.
CBD oil is 100% legal in Louisiana, good buddy.
Well, I'm just going to stick to water for now, okay?
Suit yourself.
Hi, mate. I'm right knackered and got the collie wobbles. I'll have a go at her.
Great. I'll drink with you. Cheers. So anyway, Neville, how's the edible marijuana business?
Oh, it's brilliant, mate. The weed sweets sell themselves.
Excuse me, Poco.
Yes, Ted?
I'm sorry. Did you want me to answer that question you asked earlier?
What question?
The one that you asked me about how I started my food delivery business.
Oh, you're right. I almost forgot. Before we start, though, can I offer you a mouthwash cap full of CBD oil? It's tradition around here.
No. Once again, I don't want that. I like my water just fine, okay?
I'll taste with you, sunshine.
Great.
To the queen, that filthy strumpet.
So anyway, Neville, how's the pot confectionery market these days?
Blimey, I'm chuffed, mate. These chronic candies are bloody brilliant.
Hey, Poco,
Yes, Ted?
did you want me to finish my answer?
Your answer to what?
You asked me how I got started.
Oh, right. I nearly forgot. Before we start, though, can I offer you a mouthwash cap full of CBD oil? It's tradition around here.
No, I'm not going to take any of your drugs. I'm just going to drink my water.
Hey, if you're looking for a drinking companion, Bob's your uncle over here.
Excellent. What should we toast to?
To Maggie Thatcher. May she eat bangers in hell or mash in heaven.
To Maggie. Cheers. So, Neville, tell me what it's like selling the ganja treats in this economy.
Fine, I'll do it.
I apologize. I must have missed something. Do what, Ted?
I will drink your stupid CBD oil.
Oh, that's great. You know, it's tradition around here to start with a little CBD oil, so I'm glad you brought it up.
Just give me the mouthwash cap, please.
I have one too, if you don't mind, my good man.
Here you go, guys.
May your flat have a lift and your mom have a lorry.
Cheers.
Whatever.
So, Neville, in what kind of market is a weed lollipop connoisseur?
Poco?
Yes, Ted?
Is CBD oil supposed to make everything trail like this?
No, Ted, it's not.
Then why does everything look weird?
Oh, that's because of the MDMA we put into your water.
The what?
My producers and I put Molly into your drink. You've been downing ecstasy for the last half hour.
Oh, no. I need to go. I need to get to a hospital.
Ted, come back. You need to drink your CBD oil before you leave. It's tradition. Oh, dear. I think he's gone. Well, anyway, Neville, I was about to ask, do you make your candy with real honest-to-goodness weed?
Oh, no, they're just regular lollipops I bought from China. And we put cartoon marijuana leaves on a wrapper and charge people $20 a pop. It's a massive scam.
That's what I wanted to find out. Anyway, that's pretty much our show for today, loyal listeners. Join us next time when we talk to the Chief Financial Officer of CenturyLink at the same time we huff poppers and drink a tub full of bath salts. For CBD on CBD, I'm Poco Coco. Good night.
New Orleans, one of the richest cities in the history of the world, in strictly culinary terms, of course. Over 300 years of food culture, and I've been here for just over a month. Who am I, you ask? I'm Jeffery Reynolds, food critic and historian, but my colleagues call me Jazz Reynolds, food critic and historian. So come with me, and I'll show you the best-kept secrets on where to eat and dine in the Big Easy. Soon you'll learn that every grain of rice in your bowl of jumbo has a story to tell. So again, I'm Jazz Reynolds. Welcome to this taste of New Orleans. Hello, hungry listeners. For the past month I've spent as a New Orleans resident, I've been fortunate enough to work my way through a long list of this city's famed delicatessen: beignets, crayfish, jumbo, jambalaya, and of course, po' boys. The foods themselves are each unique, flavorful, and speak to the city's identity of what I have no idea yet, but I aim to find out. Or it's not the food specific to New Orleans that makes this city what it is, it's where you get them. Each restaurant in New Orleans serves its own take on the city's signature dishes with a side of its own story. Today, I'm going to hop over to Canal Street where I can order up a big plate of flavored, textured history at one of New Orleans' most renowned seafood restaurants, Mandina's. My Uber driver's arriving, so I'll check back in with you food fanatics soon. All right, listeners, you still listening? Since 1932, Mandina's has been serving the great community of New Orleans, and here I am, waiting in line outside. The heat is sweltering, the humidity is punishing. It's 10 in the morning in the middle of May. I'm waiting in line for a half hour now, a wait some would consider to be obnoxious, and yet many have waited longer. I stand here next to a gentleman, Ted, and his family, which includes no fewer than 2 screaming children. They've traveled all the way from Omaha, Nebraska, apparently, to wait in line for food. How long you been waiting in line, Ted?
If I had to guess, about 45 minutes, maybe 50.
Can you find that acceptable, Ted? Standing out here in the heat for nearly an hour? Unable to tell if the damp on your skin is the sweat you produce yourself or just from the fog of the heat that surrounds you? You still got an appetite after that, Ted?
Oh yeah, man, the wait may be long, but believe me, it's worth it.
Well, dear listener, I'm sorry to say that I had no desire to find out if the wait was worth it. Having abstained from eating anything that morning in an effort to leave nothing but room for Mandina's, I was dismayed to discover that Mandina's had no room for me. In a sick twist of fate, I found myself in the back of yet another Uber, this one en route to Metairie. Clearly, I'm hungrier than Ted and his entire family combined. I'm gonna need food. I'm gonna need it fast. Welcome back, listeners. I'm pleased to report the sounds you're hearing emanating from the air-conditioned interior of a local establishment that was able to provide seating upon arrival. A local establishment known only as Chili's. A lucky find if I do say so myself. In fact, I've already placed an order for an appetizer that this hallowed house of NOLA culture has dubbed the Triple Dipper. My waiter Bradley is expected to return soon with my appetizer to take my order for the entree. Just sitting here in Chili's, I'm overwhelmed with the spirit of New Orleans' expressive, unique, and particular culture represented in the decor covering every single inch of the walls in this restaurant. One would no doubt need to be a New Orleans native to understand every reference to the city on display here. However, as a newbie, I've identified myself a mounted head of an alligator wearing sunglasses, a wood-burned sign that reads, "Be nice or leave," which I believe is a famous quote attributed to Jean Lafitte. But the greatest find of all hangs here right on the wall next to me where I'm currently seated. Autographed portrait of America's sweetheart of the screen and stage, Josh Gad. New Orleans has played host to a wide variety of entertainers throughout its history, and to think I'm sitting in the same booth and eating at the same place is pure greatness. Well, it fills me with pride in the city and its joyful life. Now my waiter Bradley approaches with my appetizer. Welcome back, Bradley.
All right, here we go. 1 triple dipper. You ready to order?
Let me ask you something, Brad. Did he really sit in this booth when he ate here?
When who ate here?
Josh Gad. Josh Gad.
Oh, right. Photo. I'm really not sure.
Do you feel it, Bradley? The energy, the greatness, being a part of the richest tapestry of New Orleans' relationship with food?
Sure, I guess so. You ready to order?
Of course I'm ready. What would you recommend?
I don't know, man. You know, I got the chicken crispers yesterday. They were pretty good.
All right, then. Authentic New Orleans chicken crispers it is. Care to tell any tales about how the beloved recipe of authentic New Orleans chicken crispers came to be? Before Bradley could answer, he had already taken my order and walked away, electing instead to preserve the mystery. Now that's service. Well, listeners, I return home with a full heart and an even fuller stomach. I am pleased to report the chicken crispers were an absolute delight. Thank you to my new Facebook friend Bradley for the recommendation. Chili's provided the one-of-a-kind experience I've come to expect from New Orleans cuisine, one that keeps its secrets, but those secrets will keep you coming back for more. And it's reassuring to know that you won't have to wait in line to do so. There's always plenty of seating, plenty of air conditioning. The people of New Orleans know comfort, and Chili's is nothing less than accommodating. So today, we've made new friends, enjoyed new foods. Tomorrow, we'll search for more of both. Thank you for tuning in to Distaste of New Orleans. I'm Jazz Reynolds. I'll stay hungry. You stay listening. In New Orleans, stay delicious. Goodbye.
This is WRYAT New Orleans Guerrilla Radio. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.